Who wore the dress better, Kim Kardashian or Marilyn Monroe? Welcome to Mark and Pete. Here's the thought for this episode.
If you dress to impress, it is important to stress, not to get too fat to the extremes. Try to suppress the excess, or you'll cause distress and burst through all the seams.
I hope not. So, Kim Kardashian, eh? What's been going on there, Mark?
Well, indeed, what a strange and bizarre story this is. Yes, a US museum has denied claims that an iconic Marilyn Monroe gown was left damaged after Kim Kardashian wore it at the Met Gala last month. Now, this is quite extraordinary. Yes, the actual dress which Marilyn Monroe was actually wore, and this was actually the one that she sort of adorned when she sang Happy Birthday to President Kennedy in 1962. What seems strange to me is why on earth anybody would have even want to have stepped into somebody's wardrobe so iconic as the one that Marilyn Monroe has actually worn. Kim Kardashian apparently wore it, but when it was returned, reputedly, seams were bursting and it hasn't come back in the best of conditions. I'm not surprised.
Well, yes. Marilyn Monroe did have a famously narrow waist. It may be that she didn't fit into it that well.
Quite.
That's what I'm saying. I do have a question, though. I don't know if you have this information to hand. I haven't seen it. Had it been washed since Marilyn Monroe?
I don't know, but I'll tell you one thing. It didn't go in the washing machine because Ripplers bought the dress for $4.8 million in 2016, setting a Guinness World Record for the most expensive dress sold at auction. And it now estimated to be worth more than $10 million, the museum says. Having said that, I'm not so sure that it's worth quite so much since Kim Kardashian has had a go at it.
Well,
I was even wondering. Well,
yes.
I mean, you know, they're apparently. So I know. I just want to ask you, without dare I say that you would, because I know that you're an expert on these matters. How many hand-sewn crystals do you think there were on that dress?
I would say about 30 or 40 less than before Kim Kardashian
when they were returned, but approximately.
Some of them were lost. I don't know. It looks to me like there'd have to be thousands.
Well, that's true. Yes.
You want?
I don't want you to count them all up exactly, but as an approximation.
Yes.
Well, I think you're struggling. How many?
17,825.
No. I think maybe that you might need that as a replacement. There's 6,000 hand-sewn crystals. Well, that's quite a lot, isn't it? But I think that, irrespective of how many. Yeah, but.
I mean, we've been difficult sewing a button back on our shirt, but
I think my worry is that some clumsy person might just do that to the original dress.
Now, my understanding is, though, that this particular dress, which Marilyn Monroe wore to sing her suggestively sing that song to the then President of the United States, was designed in that sort of a fleshy colour, isn't it?
Oh yes.
With the sequins on, so that under the lights it was sparkly, but also she looked naked.
Yes, it was a tightly cut dress, provocative in so many ways. But of course, what was good about it is that it's because it's so iconic. Marilyn Monroe moved in a certain way. And she basically walked with a wiggle, and so what it meant was that she sort of gave it an extra dimension, and I think most people would say she wore it well. But here's the point: I still cannot understand the mindset of somebody like Kim Kardashian, even believing that she could get away with wearing it with aplomb, and perhaps.
You'll notice if challenge readers to do this, to go and search a simple search on a reputable search engine. If you look for Marilyn Monroe with the dress she wore for the president, and you look at Kim Kardashian wearing the same dress, you'll notice that they're a very different shape. Marilyn Monroe has a much smaller waist.
Yeah.
However, in that time, they would wear rather controlling, or sometimes, as you know, I'm an expert on this, called cinching clothes. In other words, it brings the waist in, often with whalebone or artificial version of whalebone strips, pushing your waist in. Whereas that's not done these days, and most women have a more natural look to the waist. And it seems obvious that that's what Kim Kardashian has gone for. Why not, if you're going to wear that dress, why not wear it in the same way with a cinching control on the waist? Why not do it? Why not do it exactly the same? And if you'd done that, you wouldn't have been bursting at the seams.
Yes. Well, here's a point to sort of reinforce this. Dr. Kate Strasden, a senior lecturer in cultural studies at Falmouth University in the United Kingdom, made a very important point. And she told the well-known media organization that since the 1970s, specific guidelines have been developed related to how historic garments should be handled. And she said one of them is you absolutely cannot wear historic garments. You just can't. You can't even handle a dress like that without damaging it in some way, let alone wear it. So it was inevitable that there was going to be a significant damage just by even wearing it on the red carpet. I think the mistake they've made here is not allowing, and this would have made a bigger story, for you to have worn the dress to do one of your sermons. And I think that would have made a better story.
It would. I mean, but I suppose just in conclusion, this has maybe brought down the value of this iconic dress. It's a historical piece, famous, and we think that this publicity stunt of Kim Kardashian wearing it is completely pointless. What are you doing?
stop themselves from smoking.
And would it make a difference if you saw your kids doing it? Let us know in the comments. You can just go to markandpete.com and leave a comment there. It's really easy. So thanks very much for listening. For Mark and myself, it's bye for now. Catch you next time.